Hello everyone, and welcome to Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs love and romance reading for December 2019. This is a general reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, so if it doesn't resonate with you, please do check your other signs. I am just going to ask that while I'm doing this reading and while I'm shuffling the cards, that you guys go ahead and you give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, comment and share at the end of the video, if and only if that's something that you like to do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for love and romance in December. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, love and romance for December. Spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and spirit guides, please give us the messages Aries needs to hear, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs regarding love and romance for December 2019. Okay. Aries, let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Okay, very nice. Oops, I have to rearrange these cards so they fit. Okay. Okay, the overall energy of this reading, Aries, is the Three of Swords. This is a little bit of sadness, a little bit of heartbreak, sorrow. This could be a third-party situation. Remember, third parties don't always necessarily have to be other people. It can be anything that somebody is investing in more than their relationship. So it could be a job, a creative project, their friends, their family, okay? But something that is causing a bit of heartbreak and sorrow. We do have a full moon coming out here, so it may be something that happened in this past Mercury retrograde during the full moon in Taurus, or it could be something that is culminating at this full moon that we're going to see in Gemini coming up. Okay, but the Three of Swords is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energy, and it's some sort of sadness, some sort of heartbreak, some sort of sorrow. Now, we do have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which is showing some sort of codependency, somebody who doesn't want to let go, somebody who might be comfortable in a relationship that no longer serves them, but they're staying there because they have some sort of issues with codependency or holding on to this relationship, even though it's not for their greatest good. The Four of Pentacles is further sort of resonating that same message that somebody's really, really holding on tight. And you can see she's holding all of these pentacles, all of her self-worth, all of her belongings, all of her emotions very closely over her heart. She's guarding her heart. She's protecting her heart. Okay, again, this heartbreak and sadness could be something that's affecting your relationship now, but that happened into the past and you're having a really hard time letting go of that. Underneath that, we have the King of Wands, and when he's in reverse, this is a bit of a player energy. So you may have been dealing with in the past, or you may be dealing with somebody who wasn't loyal, who may have been, playing the field, and that could have really, done a number on you. Okay. The Five of Wands in reverse is also some sort of negativity, some sort of like fighting, arguments, competition, but since it's in reverse, it's pulling us back to the Four of Wands. So I'm getting that you're holding on because you really thought this was a twin flame or a soulmate relationship. Okay, I'm getting this reading is for some of you that are in a relationship or are in separation. For those of you who are single, it may be something that happened in your past and you're still sort of dealing with that heartbreak and that sorrow from a past relationship. All right, now the overall energy, Aries, for you guys is the Ace of Pentacles, and this is a huge blessing. This is you. You're ready to plant the seed. I'm getting you guys are working with law of attraction. You guys have been working on your health and your wealth and your happiness and your abundance, because I get that with this sorrow and this heartbreak underneath, yet you learned about the importance of being independent, or you have that need to be independent. And right now you're coming out of this Mercury retrograde and this Scorpio period feeling like, you know what, everything's going to be okay, and or receiving a giant blessing from the universe. But in your surroundings, though, we do have the Three of Wands, so that's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. And the Ace of Pentacles was Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, which was also showing up here with the Nine of Pentacles. So you may have that in your chart, or you may be exhibiting those qualities, or your person may be. But in your surroundings, you have the Three of Wands. This is somebody who's a businessman. This is somebody who's waiting for their ships to come in. This is somebody who, you know, likes to travel. This is somebody who's looking out over, you know, all of the things that they've accomplished, and they're looking at, you know, all of the challenges and all of the possible, you know, situations where they can capitalize on this situation to make something grow and expand, because remember, threes are the number of expansion. You have 2 3s showing up. Threes are groups, completion of a phase, expansion, and growth. Okay, but since we do have this showing up in the reverse, it's taking us back to the Two of Wands. And I can't help but notice, I feel like there might be, Aries, not for all of you, there is some sort of third-party situation going on here. Okay, now this third party doesn't necessarily have to be that somebody's cheating on you. It could be a parent that's getting in the way of your relationship. It could be a sibling. It could be a friend. It could be work. It could be something, anything that's pulling somebody out of this relationship. Okay, and they're diverting their attention to something else, or giving more importance to something else other than that relationship. And I'm getting that it's really hard to take this to the next level, or it was impossible and you weren't able to, and that created a considerable amount of heartbreak. Now, you're being blocked by the Page of Cups. Again, I'm getting that maybe this was a third-party situation, or it was you wanted more commitment than the other person, or vice versa. So please feel free to swap the characters in the story, however it will fit your story. But do remember, if it doesn't fit your story, it's not your story. But what's blocking you here, we have this Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy, and this Page of Cups is a very immature energy. It's somebody who, he wants to make this love offering, but he's not really mature enough to know what he's doing. And he's kind of goofy, and he's got this fish, and, you know, when it's in the reverse, it can be kind of a stinking fish. You know, so you have to be really careful of what this person is offering you, what they were trying to sell you, because I don't feel like they could back it up. Or this could represent a third party who is getting in the way of your situation, who's a sort of younger, immature energy. But it's a very sort of, you know, I'm really getting with this King of Wands showing up in the reverse, that maybe this is somebody who doesn't have a super developed sense of security in relationships, doesn't really know how to treat people with a lot of respect, that they kind of selfish behavior. Okay, again, this could speak to a part of you as well. Okay, so please, you know, remember, you can flip the characters in the story. We have the Queen of Cups, but Aries, I'm really getting this is more than anything, this is you. That you, crowning you, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and your foundation, that deep down you're very, very nurturing, you're very loving, you're very intuitive. The Queen of Cups is a mother energy. The Queen of Cups is somebody who wants to give love and receive love and wants to take care of everyone around her. Okay, and she wants peace, and she sits very comfortably in her emotions, although sometimes she can be a bit possessive and get a little bit jealous as well. But this is a very, very loving foundation that you have. In your recent past, you have the Ace of Cups. This was a blessing. This was love. I think you thought this was true love. I think you were assuming this was going to develop into something really great, and you felt like it really had the potential, but there's some sort of heartbreak and codependency here. You know, somebody holding on to past heartbreaks. Maybe you chose to forgive someone who had been cheating on you, and, you know, that's just been very, very difficult for you. And you haven't been able to get over that, okay? That may just be for a few of you. But this Ace of Cups, this true love blessing, and when your emotions were outpouring, this cup was overflowing, is in your recent past. But what's crowning you is the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, sometimes she's a widow. Other times, she's just somebody who is more logical than emotional. So you have the two opposites here. Again, there could be a third-party situation where someone is trying to decide between this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person and this Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. But I'm getting, more than anything, Aries, this is you, and this is you in love, because you have had your heart broken before. And if that's the case, you know, Spirit is saying you're really holding on to it. all right? And that's really not doing you any favors, and you're going to have to find a way to heal and clear that energy so that you won't experience this disappointment, okay? This possible disappointment that may come to you in the future. The Queen of Swords is somebody, she's very stoic, she's very serious, she's very intelligent, she's very logical. She can use her words, but she's very direct, so her words can be very cutting. She holds this giant sword because she is always defending her heart, because she has experienced a lot of heartbreak and sorrow in the past, okay? So that is what's crowning you, and what's coming out as your possible outcome here is the Four of Cups, and that's a bit of disappointment. Now, again, there may be a big blessing coming to you, and because you are sort of in this heartbreak and this sort of overthinking and this sad sort of holding on to sorrow and feeling like, you know, you've been cheated on, you've been wronged, or what have you, that you're just focusing on this one single cup that's empty. But Spirit wants you to know there are 3 cups that are overflowing that you're missing, that you're not able to see. So please don't let your, you know, your feelings of disappointment, sadness, sorrow, anxiety, all of that get in the way of seeing the blessings that are actually and truly all around you. All right, Aries, so let's go ahead and I'm going to pull some Romance Angel Oracle cards for you for additional messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Additional messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Okay, here we have an engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. All right, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And then we have codependency coming out again. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, so here we do have sadness and sorrow. Remember, this third party doesn't necessarily have to be another person. It could be you, this person, and then their addiction, okay, as well. And with the Nine of Pentacles card, this is all about in reverse. It's all about codependency, okay? So somebody's really holding on to something that they no longer should. Now, I'm getting 2 distinct messages here. I'm getting there may have been a broken engagement, or this is something that happened during Mercury retrograde, you know, or in the recent past that you guys were engaged. You guys may have children together, okay? But this codependency is really creating issues and problems between you and you feel like, and you know, this is a soulmate energy. But remember, soulmates don't necessarily mean that they are our life partners. For others of you, I am getting that, you know, if you are able to sort of balance out this Queen of Swords and this Queen of Cups energy, and you're able to pull out of this disappointment and get over the heartbreak and the sorrow here, okay, because we see you're holding on to something too tight, all right, and it may be somebody has changed their ways, or maybe somebody just needs to get a little bit of help, and that's going to lead into engagement, having children with this soulmate energy. So there are very distinct messages coming out for you, Aries, at this time. So I'm just going to pull some additional messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Aries, love and romance for the month of December. Bear with me, guys. These cards are hard to shuffle. All right. Sorry. Don't know what I'm doing here, shuffling. One last time. Okay. So we'll have this one in the middle. I'm just going to go ahead and move these 3 of Swords up here. Okay. Okay, so your first message here is, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. And freedom, there's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Wow, okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. Final message for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Final message for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Reconsider. Okay, your final message is reconsider. So make sure that you guys put a lot of thought into that. Again, your final outcome here with the Four of Cups could also be really tied into that reconsider message. You may not be seeing the whole picture because you may be clouded by your heartbreak, by your sadness, and or by these codependency issues. So you need to reconsider whether or not this is the greatest relationship for you, or if it's something you want to put more time into. I want you to also make sure that you're paying attention to the red flags. If there are children involved, that you're also doing what's best for everyone involved, including the children. Okay, including the children. So I'm going to leave it there with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Aries, it may not have been exactly what you wanted to hear, but those are the messages that Spirit wanted you to hear. So please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment and share if and only if that's something you like to do. And remember, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for listening.